Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't done a makeup video in a very long time. That's what we are going to do today. And if you hear like rumbling or any like noises, it's because it's about to storm at my house. So sorry for that. Ray's gone to work and I'm really bored and I have nothing to do. I'm gonna do my makeup for y'all. I haven't done like a really bold, colorful look in a long time. So today we're gonna try to go for like a really hot pink, sparkly Barbie pink look. So pink's not really my color, but we're just gonna like go with the flow and see how that turns out. So throughout this video, to make it less boring, I'm gonna be talking about my first trimester experience. It was a while back. I don't know if I can remember a lot, but hopefully I can remember most. I am at the end of second trimester now, almost into my third. Next week I'll be in third, so I'm gonna do the first trimester this video, and then I'm gonna do another makeup look and do second trimester video if I get around to it. So we'll see about that. So I'm gonna be using a lot of dollar store makeup because that's what I do. Brittany got me this for my birthday. It's hard candy and it's like a primer mist. I think you're supposed to put this on before. Maybe you're supposed to put this on after. It doesn't say. So I'm just gonna use it how I use it. So go ahead and take this little thing out because it just gets in the way, it gets all nasty. Okay, so I'm gonna start with like how I found out I was pregnant. I don't know if I've talked about that before. I don't know, but I'm gonna talk about it again if that's the case. I had no idea I was pregnant. We had just gotten married. We got married, you know, November 23rd, 2019. I did not like the birth control I was on because it was the pills and I was forgetting to take them quite often. So I was trying to get off of them anyway and I was going to switch to another one. So in the process of me getting off of them and I stopped taking them, in that process, by the time it finally got out my system, I believe that's when I got pregnant. I didn't like mean to, but also like we were already, you know, we had just gotten married, so it wasn't like a big deal to us. Like we weren't like trying to be safe all the time because we were married. We didn't really care if we had kids or not. Because Ray had been talking about kids for a while and I had been talking about it too, and I really think that like he just wanted kids really bad. I mean, I did too, but like he really wanted kids. Cause you know, he's a little bit older, like he's like 3 years older. So he was just ready to be a dad. So like whenever he found out I was pregnant, he really got excited. Oh my God. Why does it keep doing that? But I had no idea. I thought I was about to start my period. I was cramping, like I was having period cramps, but they weren't actually period cramps, apparently. So I had kept cramping and I was like, it was time for me to start my new packet of birth control. But I was like, man, I can't start my new packet until I have my period. Like it should be in time for my cycle, you know? And I was late, but like that's kind of normal for me. Like being late runs in the family all the time. Like we have really bad period experiences. So like that was kind of normal for me. So I didn't really worry about it. And finally I was telling my mom about it. I was like, Mom, you know, like I'm still cramping and like I haven't had a period in a few weeks and like I'm supposed to. And then I was like, I haven't even taken my birth control because of that. Like, I'm trying to wait until my period comes so I don't, like, mess things up worse. And she was like, well, you know, maybe you should go take a pregnancy test just to be safe. And if it comes back negative, call the doctor and see, like, if there's anything wrong with you. And so I was like, all right, whatever. So I went to Walmart, and this was after church. After me and my mom had talked, me and Ray went to Walmart and I bought a pregnancy test. And I came home and I don't think I waited the next, you know how you're supposed to wait till the next morning to take it because that's when it's the most accurate. Yeah, I don't think I did that. I think I went ahead and took it as soon as we got home. And I was not expecting it to be positive at all. When it came back positive, I was super surprised and super shocked. And Ray was in our room and I was in the bathroom taking it, and I just started like tearing up and crying because I was in such shock. And it wasn't like a bad shock, it was just like, oh my God, like I was not expecting that. And so like I was overwhelmed with all kinds of emotions, and I was like really scared and terrified, not because I didn't want a kid, but because I was just scared that something bad would happen, you know? I don't know, I just have really bad anxiety and stuff. After I took the test, I walked into the room and I was like this, and I showed Ray and he was like, what, are you okay? And so he looked at the test and he's like, nuh-uh, you're pregnant? And I was like, I guess. And I was like, that's what it says. And I was just like tearing up, and like he got really excited and I was really excited, but I just started crying, man. Like it was like crazy. Turns out like I was really early when I took that test, which is surprising to me because normally if you're that early, it won't really show up on a test. If their calculations are correct, you know, like the doctor's calculations, I was actually like 4 or 5 weeks even, like pregnant. And that's pretty early. They thought I was around 7 weeks according to like my last period and my calculations and stuff. But when I went in for an ultrasound, they couldn't even see anything. Like they could see like a tiny little sac, but that was not even like anything. But they did do a pregnancy test and everything, and that all came back positive. So they're like, okay, so you're pregnant, but like you're really, really early, so we're gonna have you come back in 2 weeks. And so when I came back, then I was like 7 weeks pregnant or whatever. And so, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a bit odd how I was that early and I showed up positive on the pregnancy test. Guess my hormones were just high or something. So that's the story of me finding out that I was pregnant and kind of like how I got pregnant. But yeah, I just heard a noise. I'm gonna make sure nothing blew up. Okay, so I think it was just like the neighbors doing something, or maybe like a limb fell or something. But, what was I talking about? I go ahead and conceal my eyelids because I have very veiny eyelids. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow because it's definitely gonna make a mess. And then I'll do my foundation and stuff after that. Alright, so let me tell y'all about my symptoms of first trimester. I didn't start getting sick until like 8 weeks probably. But when I did, oh man, I threw up every day. I would sometimes be lucky and have like a day or two where I didn't throw up, but other than that, I threw up basically every day. I could not keep anything down for the first few weeks. It was quite miserable, and I was not actually like hungry. Just was disgusted at the thought of all food. I was just never hungry. I didn't eat the way I was supposed to, and that really sucks because like you have a child inside of you, so you're supposed to be eating for 2, but you throw up everything and you don't want any food ever. So it really just sucked. Morning sickness is definitely a thing. If you don't get morning sickness, you're really lucky. I actually was pretty lucky and mine went away as soon as I hit second trimester. So I was lucky for that because some people get it the whole time, but thankfully mine went away. I'm gonna get into like some kind of like TMI detail without trying to give away too much information. If you get bothered by me sharing personal experiences or personal information, just click away or skip. But I'm gonna talk about some personal stuff. But I think it's important, and I think y'all should know this because I didn't know this about pregnancy, and I kind of wish I did. But one of my symptoms during pregnancy, especially like first trimester, was like my sex drive. I did not have it at all first trimester, and that's actually pretty normal. I now know this, but because your body is not used to being pregnant, and because first trimester is just so much for your body, and you just have, that's like when your hormones are like the highest, like everything's out of whack first trimester. It's pretty normal for your sex drive and hormones and stuff to just be out of whack and not normal. It's pretty normal for that to happen. It's okay. We did not have much of a sex life the entire first trimester, and that's a little TMI, but like I said, I think y'all need to know that. I think it's okay, you know. Things got much better second trimester, and just know that you will hang in there. It will get better, hopefully, for you. I was very, very tired my entire like first trimester. I was also working at that time, and then like not long after that COVID started, so we got quarantined, so I was out of a job. So I don't know if it was, I mean, I get tired now, but like I'm pretty pregnant now, so like I kind of have a reason to be tired. But like first trimester, you know, your baby is just like a little bean, so I think it's still just like the hormones and just getting used to having a human inside of you, even though that human is just like a little bean. It still takes out a lot of energy out of you. And I had to take naps all the time. I was also working, so that really sucked. I didn't eat like I was supposed to because all food disgusted me, but I tried to force food down. And for me, I would throw food up. It got to the point where it wasn't as bad. I would throw up immediately in the morning when I would like wake up, but it would be like stomach acid because I didn't have anything in my stomach to throw up. I didn't have any food or liquids or anything, so I would just throw up stomach acid, and it wasn't that bad. It's gonna be weird, but like I would prefer to throw up the stomach acid than to throw up chunks of food, because some of my absolute favorite foods I threw up, and now I hate those foods because it came up disgusting. It ruins it for you. I hate like all breakfast foods now, but I'm slowly starting to try them again and get better with them, and it's slowly like getting better with that, so that's good. And also, what I don't think people talk about enough is like mental health during pregnancy. And I really think it's the whole time during pregnancy, but for me it was like specifically like the worst during first trimester. I don't know what it was, but maybe it's just like hormones and stuff, and like just your brain like tricking you maybe. I'm not the only one that goes through this, but I also feel like it's really not talked about a lot. I feel so down and depressed when you're pregnant. And yeah, you're supposed to be like happy, you're supposed to be glowing, you're supposed to be excited, and you can be those things too, because you know you have a kid coming into the world. But there's just something about the way you look at yourself and your body image, the way you feel about yourself. Maybe it's, I know like during pregnancy you're extra emotional and all your emotions are like heightened like 10 times more than they need to be, or more than they should be. But also like it just seems like if somebody is like mean to you or says something to you, it's just like so much worse. Like it feels like the end of the world. If Ray would be like the slightest bit rude to me, like break down and cry and feel like my world is destroyed and like my heart is broken. Us as women look down upon ourselves when we're pregnant because we're starting to gain weight and we're not looking the way that we used to, and our mental health is just really not okay, and it's not really where it's supposed to be. And I think it's just a lot to do with pregnancy. I kind of suffer from anxiety and depression already as it is, so maybe that was just me, and maybe it was just heightened because I'm pregnant. But like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of women go through this. Your mental health during pregnancy is just not where it needs to be, and I feel like it's a normal thing for women going through pregnancy, especially first trimester. Like, I still go through it, but like, I guess now I know how to handle it better or something because it's not as bad. But like, just first trimester, everything to me was just worse. First trimester, everything really sucked, and I hate that, but it's true. Also, like, I had the worst acne first trimester. Of course, hormones, you gotta love them hormones. It's definitely like bad acne, and like I normally have like really clear skin, but oh my gosh, first trimester I had the worst skin. I looked tired all the time, which I was, and maybe like my iron and stuff was low, but like there was days where I woke up like really pale, and I know like that's probably normal because like you're sick all the time, and you could literally see like bags under my eyes just from being just exhausted, and I wasn't even doing anything. I'm just sitting there being pregnant. I don't know. It's just being pregnant drains so much out of you, and I don't know what it is or why it does that. I feel like first trimester is the worst for a lot of people because your body's just not used to being pregnant, and I feel like first trimester your hormones are all out of whack and they're not quite balanced, and I feel like over time they balance out. Like right now, for the most part, my hormones are pretty balanced. They're not nearly as bad as they were first trimester, but I definitely feel like first trimester is like it's like the trial run. It's like the trial run during pregnancy. Like your body has to test out certain things, and like it just has to figure out like what's going on, because like it's confused and it doesn't really know what to do or like what's happening. So I feel like your hormones are all out of whack, and like I don't know, I just feel like your entire body is like out of whack. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I didn't. I was scared that something would happen or that something would be wrong with my baby, because like we just have bad luck in our family, and like there's some infertility issues. A lot of members of my family, a lot of women in my family, just they have bad luck, and like bad stuff happens during like the labor, and like I don't know, just like a lot of stuff, I guess. So that scared me, and I never thought that I could have kids. Like I just had this feeling, like this gut feeling that, you know, apparently it was wrong, but I just had this gut feeling that I would not be able to get pregnant. It took my mom a long time to get pregnant with me because of her birth control. It messed her up. And also another person in my family is having infertility issues as well. I think I just psyched myself out, and I let myself worry over like the littlest things. I literally pray every day that Maylee stays safe and she, you know, grows the way she's supposed to, and everything goes good during delivery. And I honestly believe that everything's gonna be fine. Whatever, if something does come my way, I'm confident that I can get through it and that everything's gonna be fine. I feel like a lot of women just have that worry, And I feel like first trimester is the worst because normally, like, if you're gonna have a miscarriage or if something is gonna go wrong, it's gonna happen in the first trimester. And once you're out of that stage, you're kind of like, okay, we're out of first trimester, things are going good, we're almost halfway there, like, I think we'll make it. I think things will be okay. And that's honestly how I felt. I don't know about you guys, but that's how it was for me. I am almost 28 weeks pregnant and things are going really good so far, and there's absolutely nothing wrong as of right now. She's really strong. I think everything is gonna go good. I think that worry happens to a lot of us. It's mostly just first trimester because that's the hardest trimester to get through. Also, I feel like a lot of us women forget about first trimester for the most part because it happens so quickly. Like, by the time you find out you're pregnant, you're already like almost over with first trimester. And I found out early, but most women find out kind of late. You know, they just kind of forget about their first trimester because it doesn't feel like they experienced it, maybe, I don't know. I could just be talking out my butt. I just know that my morning sickness was so bad my first trimester, and I was just so miserable the entire time. It was literally the worst trimester that I've experienced so far, and I just know that it was so bad that I was like, okay, this is it. This is the only kid I'm having. Like, this is it. I'm not having any more kids after this. And it's just kind of funny because now that I'm in second trimester, almost third trimester, I'm just kind of like, you know, like, the rest of the pregnancy wasn't that bad. So as long as you can get through the first trimester, you're gonna be okay. Now I don't have that same mindset that I had first trimester about not wanting any more kids. I'm fine with just one, but I would like to have at least another one if I can in the future. So yeah, there's that. I think as long as you can get through first trimester, you'll be a lot happier and much better once you get out of the sickness stage. Also, what helped my sickness was C-bands. Those are those little pressure point bands you can get at like Walmart or just wherever. Maybe it's like more of like mind over matter type of deal because, I don't know, maybe it was just like a psychological thing, but they seemed to help me. Also, I had some Preggy drops. They were called Preggy drops. Pretty sure you can get them off of Amazon. That's where I got mine. And it's literally like cough drops, except it tastes like candy. And it's made with like essential oils and like stuff that's all natural and all good for you. And it helps the nausea. So anytime you feel nauseous, you just pop one of those in your mouth and you eat it and you suck on it, and it helps a lot. Some people told me to drink lemonade, that would help, and I drank lemonade and I threw it up. And let me tell you, lemonade coming out, it is the nastiest thing. It is not good at all. And then a lot of people were like, oh, like, things that are rich in fat and protein helped me keep it down, like peanut butter and nuts and like stuff like that, and bread. I will say bread is pretty good, like a biscuit or something. Like, if you don't throw it up, that helps me. But dude, peanut butter, oh my god. Maylee does not like peanut butter at all. She threw it up immediately. And I have not been able to stand the smell of peanut butter since then. And I used to love peanut butter, so it's kind of sad. I love this lipstick. It's amazing. And it tastes good too. It's hard candy. Ooh. It is the best. Like, And I only used this section. I didn't even use the liquid. Okay, I'm almost done. Just gotta do highlight. One more thing I think I should mention. First trimester, you wanna be a good mom, so you wanna like do everything right. You wanna make sure you're drinking enough water, and you wanna make sure you're eating healthy and all that stuff, but don't stress about it too much. Just make sure you're eating. When I was throwing up and getting sick, I still felt like I had to eat like healthy stuff all the time, but that stuff would make me sick. I don't know, like she just threw up all the healthy stuff, and like the only thing she really like let me keep down was like the unhealthy stuff. But don't worry about it. It's okay. You'll be all right. It'll probably pass eventually, so then you can eat healthy later on. Try not to worry. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so you can do whatever you want. Do what you think is best, and of course what your doctor says, but I would just worry about getting food in my system and keeping it down the best I can. I wouldn't worry about being the healthiest person ever. Try your best in general, and I think you'll be fine. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Ignore my hair and everything. This is not brushed, it's not fixed, but this is the best you're gonna get because I don't feel like fixing it. So this is my pink sparkly Barbie look. I hope our talk today was good. Like, I hope y'all enjoyed our talk today about first trimester and my experience with first trimester. Everyone's different. Everyone has different experiences, but I just want you guys to know my experience in case you're going through the same thing. And I just want you guys to know that hopefully first trimester passes and you'll start feeling and doing a lot better, and that you will get into second trimester, and that second trimester will be easy breezy. They say that second trimester is the best trimester, and I thought second trimester was fine. I thought second trimester was amazing, and it was much more relaxing. That's when I really started getting the pregnancy glow that everyone talks about. That didn't exist in first trimester at all. It came in second trimester. So watch your mental health, watch the way you view your own body and your own self. Just work on that. If you're having struggles with that, just remember that you are beautiful. You are carrying a little tiny human inside of you. Your body is not used to that yet. Your body is constantly changing and constantly growing and learning how to deal with that every single day. So just keep that in mind. That's why first trimester is so hard and such a struggle for us, is because your body's not used to it and it's having to adjust to everything going on. So just keep that in mind, and I hope you guys liked this video, whether you're pregnant or not, whether one day you want to have kids and this helped you out. Either way, I hope that it inspired you. I hope that it helped you out in some way. Or if you just like watching me do my makeup and like listening to me talk, even though my voice is really annoying. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And yeah, so peace.